How's it going, everybody? It's Declan here, the guy with the big red beard, coming at you from Lindsay Kia, the happiest place in the Kawarthas. Today I'm really excited to show you this brand new 2026 Kia Sportage Hybrid SX. This model here is in the gravity gray, and as you can see, it looks really sharp with those amber colored daytime running lights. Hybrid comes equipped with the heated windshield, panoramic sunroof, heated seats throughout, air-cooled seats for the front, the blind view camera, surround view monitor, remote smart park assist, and so much more. This model here is a great option for people that want a Sportage. It's better on gas, but still has a ton of features. Let's go take a look at it in the inside and see what we're dealing with. So we're gonna come up to the lift gate. It is a smart power lift gate, so you can open it up by approaching it using your smartphone with the Kia Connect app or the key fob. You can see here it has a very deep, very wide trunk space here. Underneath you have your spare tire and change kit, but one thing I love about Kia is you can actually forget about using those and use the roadside assistance you get for 5 years with every Kia purchase. Another really cool thing you can do with these vehicles, you can actually raise and lower that false bottom here, so you can give yourself a little bit more extra room if you need to, especially if you're going to go to Home Hardware, Garden Center, IKEA, something like that. It makes it a lot easier to get things in and out of the trunk. We have a 12-volt 180-watt outlet here for pumping up an air mattress or something else like that. But if you need even more trunk space, all you gotta do is pull this lever here, and you can get the seats folded down flat like so. So you can see here a lot more space here for your cargo and things like that. We're going to go into the back seat in just a second here and show you the space and some of those features available to your rear passengers in just a second. All right, we're going to go into the back seat. All you have to do is open the door, and if the seats are folded down, not to worry. All you have to do is raise it up like so, and the seats will be lifted. As you can see here, we have a good amount of space and visibility. Even for the rear passengers, there's quite a lot of room to look around. The seats are very comfy on this model here. They are firm, but not too firm, nice and comfortable. And we have down here our window switch and heated seat option here for your rear passenger. Coming down here as well, we do have our vent for rear HVAC accessibility, and then you have your 2 chargers here as well for your rear passengers to charge their devices. And then coming up here, we do have, if you look really closely up there, we have our panoramic sun and moon roof controls and our interior lights and SOS and tow roadside assistance button up front. Then another cool thing back here, we have the split and the bench for your cup holders and armrests for your rear passengers if you only have the 2. And that's the back seat of the Sportage Hybrid SX. Let's take a look at the front seat in just a second. All right, so coming up to the driver's side, you'll notice here this little indentation in the door handle. This is your smart keyless entry, so when you approach the car, it'll unlock itself as long as you have your key fob on your person. It'll also lock it if you run your thumb over this button here. Getting into the driver's seat, you'll notice here we have our power driver seat with lumbar support. This switch here is going to move the seat forward, backwards, as well as raise it up and lower it. And this is for the recline. Now, getting into the Hybrid Sportage, this is what we are dealing with there. So I'll do a quick pan for you to see the visibility. It's over the shoulder. Kia's done a great job of keeping those windows open there at the front to maximize your visibility even more. And that right there is the front seat there. We're going to take a look at some of these features. So down here we have our memory seat buttons. We have our mirror adjustment with our power folding mirrors right there. Push a button and they fold in. Really handy for getting in and out of a tight garage. We have our door locks, window switches, and our window locks down here as well. And then we have over here our dash brightness, anti-slip, tailgate open and close, 12-volt battery reset, and our parking brake. Coming over here now, we have our automatic headlights and our automatic wiper blades over here as well. Very nice, especially if you have living in a rainy area. And then we have our paddle shifters here and here, which will help change how much you are going to be charging your battery with a regenerative braking system. Very handy to have those. Now coming over here, we have our self-driving options with cruise control, adaptive cruise control adjustment and reset here, and our lane keep and lane departure assist button over here. This button here is going to cycle through our cluster computer settings, and then you can also scroll through those to see things like your different fuel economy, temperature, stats, your engine temperature, TPMS, and your speedometer. If you don't want to have it there, you can have it over there. And then on this side here, we have our hands-free media controls over here. So we have voice commands, audio output modes. We have our hands-free calling, volume control, and radio station tuning. Over here, we have drive and terrain modes. So with drive, you have Eco Sport and My Drive. And for terrain modes, you have snow, mud, and sand. So very handy to have, especially up here in Canada. Coming over onto this side, we have our infotainment home screen with our hybrid battery option there, so you can see exactly what's going on with your hybrid battery for the car. There's also our navigation menu, so you can either get into the map by clicking on the map here or clicking on the map button right here on the touch bar. Down here now we also have our touch bar for your HVAC and multimedia. So right now, on multimedia, you can tell by the little orange arrow that's lit up right here. You have your volume and power over here, file and tune over here, and then you have home, which brings you back to the home screen, of course, map, which opens up your map screen, search, which gives you your search options so you can look for addresses for navigation. You can also look up media, so if you have things on your phone for Bluetooth playing, you can find those. You can also look up your options and setup menu. So for example, if you want to change how your doors lock on your Sportage, you can look up door, which will also bring up your navigation here, so you can look up different destinations that have the word door in them. So for example, the Scarborough Town Center North door. You also find your door settings here, so you can change how it locks or unlocks. And let's just say you had the doors on your phone there, you want to listen to those, you'd find it there for you. Down here we have seek and track, media to bring up our media options there, which you can see. And then we have setup, which just brings you over to the setup menu over here. If you tap on this section here, you'll also get the HVAC control screen here. So on this touch bar, we have dual zone climate control, one for the driver, one for your front passenger. You have window defogging, rear windshield defogging and heat up for the rear windshield and your mirrors. And then over here, that heats up your front windshield. Very nice for Canadian winters. We have automatic climate control here, so the car will work to create a homeostatic environment inside the car to make sure everything is staying comfortable and not too humid. And then we have our air circulation here. These indicate how high the temperature is. Right now it's at low, and you can increase it up by 0.5 degrees Celsius. Push this button and just the driver's side will control your HVAC. This is your fan speed. This is your vent modes. This is the AC, and this syncs up your two climate controls. Down here, we have our charging pad with wireless charging over here, and then two USB-C charging ports here, one with a project and charge and just charge option. All you have to do is hit this button to cycle between the two. Coming over here now, we have our heated seat and air-cooled seat for your driver and your front passenger, plus the heated steering wheel. We have our gear shift over here. It's a shift-by-wire dial. Takes some getting used to, but after one test drive, you won't even notice the difference between that and a traditional gear shift. We have our cup holders here, and if you want to make them larger, all you gotta do is slide them in, and if you want to make them smaller again, push that button. It's very simple. Then we have our parking proximity sensor, downhill brake assist, and auto hold. Very nice to have, especially for stop and go traffic. And then over here we have our parking camera. So you can actually turn that on, and you have two options here. You have remote smart park assist, And you also have your traditional parking camera. So right now we're looking at the front facing camera, so right up ahead. But if you want to look at the reverse camera, you just got to tap this button or put the car into reverse. And then you also have the 360-degree view here, so you can see what's going around the car at all times. Really nice to make sure you're not going to be driving over anything or hitting something you don't want to be hitting. And then you also have the surround view monitor here, which is going to give you a really good view of yourself backing up. I find it's really handy, especially if you are trying to back in somewhere with a trailer. It helps to visualize where exactly you're going to go without jackknifing the thing. Up here now we have our home link system with your electrochromatic mirror, so you can open up your garage door with these buttons there by programming it with your garage door opener. And then over here we have our call CAA button here, call EMS button here, and then the light buttons. So this turns on all the lights in the cabin. This turns on all the lights if the doors open, and this is to control your sun and moon roof. Come on by Lindsay Kia, guys. This is the Hybrid Sportage SX. Come for a test drive. Ask for Declan, the guy with the big red beard. You can do so by giving us a call or visiting us online. The links for both will be in the description. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what I'm doing right, and let me know what I'm doing wrong if you want to see any changes. I really appreciate all of your support, everybody. Like I said, coming by to Lindsay Kia. They'll point you in my direction if you ask for Declan, the guy with the big red beard. And we will see you on the next video. Take care, and bye-bye.